Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Lisa here, Family Foods, day 11, $2 a day. It's been a busy day today. Anyways, for dinner tonight, I thought I'd make some tacos. Who doesn't like tacos, right? So I've got all the fixing and everything and some beans cooking. And part of the whole lifestyle of $2 a day is making a lot of food from scratch. Not only is it healthier and tastes better, but usually it's a little less expensive than something that's already been done for you. So I don't do it all the time, but in this case, for my last shopping haul, I picked up some flour tortillas, and Jen and the girls will use that, but I try to do gluten-free whenever I can. And so I had this bag in my pantry of some masa flour. This stuff is super, super cheap. And I'm just gonna follow the directions right on the back of the bag for making them. It says for 19 tortillas, you need 2 cups of the masa and 1.5 cups of water. Well, I don't need almost 20 tortillas. So I'm gonna cut this down to make about 4 or 5. So I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of masa and 6 tablespoons of water. Doesn't call for any salt or anything. I'm gonna leave it out because with all the other stuff that goes in a taco, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. So I got my little bowl here. I'm gonna put the masa and the water in here, and then it says to just mix it up and add a little bit of water as needed if it looks too dry. So let me mix it up and with those measurements and see where we're at. All right, I got the water and the masa in there, and I just got a that's my beans going off. Spoon, mixing it up. Now it's gonna be a dough that you're gonna have to press out, so you don't want it to be super, super wet. It's gotta be just enough that it all sticks together. If it's too crumbly, that's no good, but too wet, it's no good either. This is looking pretty spot on. I measured everything, and I'm sure the guys, you know, usually the recipes that are on the back of some kind of bag of an ingredient are pretty good. You know, they're selling their product, they want you to buy it, so I'd say that they probably 9 times out of 10 are gonna come out good. So I've got this, and it says to form it into some balls. So I'm going to, yeah, that feels not sticky, but holding together. Look at that. So I'm gonna roll these into 4 or 5 balls, and then we will go from there. All right, I just formed it into one big ball, and I just cut it in 4. And now I'm just taking each one of these little pieces, and I'm just rolling them into a little ball. That way, when you flatten it out, it'll be round. So I'm gonna do these 4, and then it says to get 2 pieces of plastic wrap, and basically, you're just gonna put it in between and flatten it. And that's one thing I say out of all the gadgets that I own, I don't own a tortilla press, and I might have to invest in one because I think that would be really nice. It's super easy. It just presses it down nice and even, so that way when you're cooking it, it cooks evenly. But you can very easily do it without. That's how I've been doing it. Anytime I ever make them. So let me get the parchment paper, and let's get these babies rolled out. Instead of saran wrap, I just use some wax paper, but you can use either or. And I just tore out one long sheet, put the dough in there, and I usually just with my hands kind of press it down first, and then the rolling pin, or you could use I'm making homemade tortillas, babe. Corn ones.
Can I try to press them down?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me do this first one, and then you can help me.
Okay.
Fun activity with the kids. You could use like a wine bottle or something like that. You can have a rolling pin. And really, you could use your hands too. I'm not doing the greatest job. Never been good at rolling out pastry dough or anything like that. But you know what? Who cares? I actually really like rustic food better than perfect looking food. I think it just adds so much more character, and there's really it's like art. There's no right or wrong way, okay? Look at that. So you want it pretty thin. That looks good right there. Look at that baby. A little more square than round, but who cares, right? It's all gonna wrap up and go in my mouth. So I'm gonna do all 4 like that. And then I've got a cast iron pan. Just want to get a pan heated up on the stove. I'll show you. And we'll cook them on both sides. So let's do that next. Okay. So the instructions say to heat a pan on medium-high heat. And then you just want to peel away part of the, you can use parchment paper too, wax paper, saran wrap. I think this stuff is a little more sturdier than plastic wrap. And then you just want to flip it right onto your pan. Let's see. Peel it off. And these guys cook pretty quick. And you can reuse this. I'm going to use this for all of them. So they cook pretty quick. This is about 30 seconds per side. And sometimes you can see it kind of bubbling. But let's see how this one does. Sometimes the first one never comes out as pretty as the other ones because the pan is just kind of, you know, getting up to temperature, or I don't know. It just always seems like with anything, the first 1 or 2 don't come out as nice, but it's all right. Let's see. Let me check. Oh, that's looking good. So let's sit there. And I'm doing it on a seasoned cast iron pan, but you know, I would recommend maybe like a non-stick pan because this recipe doesn't have any oil or lard, or some of the recipes call for fat in it. But let's see, it's probably been about 30 seconds. I'm gonna flip it. Look at that. Can you see that? I don't know, is the light making it worse, or there we go, maybe. So I flipped it over, let it cook here on this side. And corn tortillas are really pretty inexpensive, but the ones that, if you get just the basic brand, but if you get like the better quality ones that are just corn, water, lime juice, maybe a little salt, those you get like 8 for, I don't know, $2 or $3. So that's kind of expensive considering I probably am making each one of these for a few cents, maybe like probably less than 5 cents. So there you go. Look at that. Like I said, the first one never comes out quite as beautiful as the other ones. Let's move over here. The light seems to be better. There we go. But that's all right. So I'm going to do the other ones, and I'll show you what they look like. Rylan wants to help me roll them out. But I'm just going to keep this in under some paper towels. Let's see, what does it say for storing? Cover tortillas with a cloth napkin to keep them soft and warm. So I think I'll put this in like a little dish towel. And yeah, I will have these for dinner tonight. Rylan, who's going to help me, she wants to roll one out. So Rylan, first press it with your hands. Press it with your hands all the way flat. Okay. Yep. Use your palms. Press it out a little bit.
It's loud.
All right. Pretty loud. Now, you want to hold the rolling pin and just roll it out. Flatten it up. If you're not, don't push it. Roll it. Roll it. Yeah, roll it. Yeah. Now let's turn it this way. Okay. Roll it out.
And the size to get flat.
Yeah.
Want everything to get really fat so it looks like a real tortilla.
That's right. Let me help you a little bit. Let's see where we're at. All right, let's fix this paper a little bit. So, look at that. You know what? I'm going to take this piece that kind of separated a little bit, Rylan, and I'm going to put it right back in the middle because then it looks like it might be a little more round. Okay. And then let's do it together. Don't push so hard. Don't push so hard, you see? Gentle. Gentle. It's just a little tortilla. All right.
It's squeaky.
Yeah, it's a squeaky. This is Grandma's rolling pin.
Ah.
She never used it. That's probably why it's squeaky. All right. There we go. That looks perfect. Let's show everybody what you did.
So we did
So,
this.
oop. So Rylan flattened it out. So anybody can do this. Not complicated. Does not stick. And so we're gonna cook these up, and I'll just show you what everything looks like
In just
afterwards.
a minute.